Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. All right, so I have been hearing a lot of talk. It's actually become tiresome about the fact that Ukraine hit a Russian shipyard in Sevastopol, Crimea, and they uh, actually did significant damage to uh, two vessels. One was an amphibious vessel, and Russia has said there's conflicting reports on that one. Some people are saying it can be repaired. Other sources are saying that one is just totaled out. They also hit a Russian submarine, and but Russia is saying that this submarine can be repaired. So I'm just keeping this short. Let's take a look at a few facts here. All right, this is being hailed as some great accomplishment on the Ukrainians' part. But let's take a look at a few facts here. Ukraine has been launching strikes against Crimea and mainland Russia every single day with missiles and drones. No air defense system is 100% effective. I pointed out months ago when talking about Russian strikes against Ukrainian targets. You can overwhelm any air defense system if you launch enough missiles or drones at one time. So during this strike, there were at least 10 missiles that had been launched. 8 of them got knocked out, 2 of them got through. So that's, for each air defense system to intercept, one missile launches at least 2 interceptors. So for the 8 that got knocked out, the Russian air defense system launched, 16 to 20 interceptors. And not all interceptors actually hit their target. Kind of hard to hit a moving, flying target. So, another fact, if you take a conservative estimate that Ukraine has launched at least 200 drone and missile attacks in an attempt to hit Crimea and mainland Russia. If 2 of them get through, that is a 1% success rate. That's a 99% failure rate. So now let's take a look at the vessels. The sub, most effectively, most of all. But, the amphibious vessel. What were these things being used for? The amphibious vessel was being used to ferry supplies. That's it. The submarine was being used primarily as a missile launching platform. How much of a loss is this? Well, okay. If they repair the sub enough that it can still go out without submerging, it can still be used as a missile launching platform. As long as it doesn't take on water, that's a possibility. But what does it take for a missile launching platform? You need a big tube and a control module. You need the control module to tell the missile with the coordinates of the target and to launch. The rest of the operations are in the missile itself. Okay? So you don't really need much to launch a missile. What other options does Russia have? This isn't like it was some great naval battle. Ukraine doesn't have any submarines, so this wasn't some, dogfight between two submarines. You know, and by the way, there were 24 people injured, two severely. As yet, there have been no deaths reported. Anyway, so how much damage did this do to Russian naval capacity? To Russian submarine capacity. Here we go. This is from Newsweek. All right. From Newsweek, Moscow has significantly modernized its submarine force in recent years with 11 nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines and 17 nuclear-powered attack submarines. By this data count, Russia also has 9 nuclear-powered cruise missile submarines and 21 diesel-electric attack submarines. So 11, 17, 28, plus 9, 37, and 21. What's that? 58. 58 submarines. And the diesel electric submarines, because Russia has been going for decades toward nuclear submarines, you can count on the fact that the diesel electric submarines is probably a Soviet relic. And these ships were already in dry dock for repairs. That's why they were there, why they were stationary, and why they were able to get struck. So they already had repairs going on. Even if they're completely a complete loss, it's not a great victory in the way that it's being promoted. And it doesn't really affect what's happening on the front lines. So, Russian submarines have not been launching. There have been no submarine-launched, missile strikes on the front lines. So they managed to strike an old Soviet-era, probably defunct submarine that might be reaching the end of its useful life anyway. From what I understand, the amphibious vehicle wasn't exactly new either. So that's what they managed to hit. The thing to pay attention to is going to be the Russian response. Every time that Ukraine has launched some attack that hit the Crimean Bridge twice, the attempted attack on the Kremlin, the Nord Stream pipeline, Russia has launched a considerable response with missile strikes across Ukraine on infrastructure and military targets. So I expect to hear something about this happening probably within the next 24 hours because they don't waste any time with their response. Usually an attack, it's probably already happened, we just haven't heard about it yet. But we'll hear about it probably tomorrow because of the time difference. That's how this works. So I'm expecting to hear something about that tomorrow, and this may meet with a very considerable response from the Russian forces. Anyway, so again, you keep hearing about this. No, it's not some great accomplishment. Again, it's a 99% failure rate, and they didn't strike anything that was completely all that critical. I would consider the damage to the repair facilities to be far more significant than the damage to the vehicle, the vessels themselves. All right. Share this video. Talk about these subjects. If you can afford it, please donate whatever you can to help expand this channel and my presidential campaign. And I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day.